And that's a guarantee. Visit us at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-930-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Di Rice with the very latest in live local news here on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Trial began yesterday for a man accused of beating his 52-year-old niece to death and leaving her body outside his Temecula Valley home for several days. Manuel Ingles Quinanola, 67, is charged with the killing of Mary Grace Bangato. On June 8th of 2013, Quinanola is alleged to have beaten his niece, who was visiting him from Maryland, repeatedly with a bat. Quinanola told investigators he just lost it. After Bangato was dead, she was left in Quinola's yard for several days, covered with a sheet. Defense attorney Christopher Wagner said the violent crime was the result of a mental disorder Quinanola had been diagnosed with, and he has asked the jury to keep an open mind before determining Quinanola's guilt or innocence. The trial continued today at Southwest Justice Center. And soil testing at a former Riverside sewer plant eyed for homes showed some contamination remains despite a cleanup that ended last year. The site poses no risk to the public, state environmental officials say, but they are taking new soil samples after two agencies got different results. More cleanup will be done in a smaller area of the 59.5-acre property. A 108-track home is planned for the land at Jurupa and Rutland Avenues in the city of Arlanza. After cancer-causing chemicals known as PCBs were found on the site in 2003, developer Henry C. Cox paid for an environmental cleanup that ended in 2014. But that year, some residents near the site, known as the Ag Park, because of its past agricultural use, began telling the city they blamed the contamination for their ailments, such as rashes, tumors, and even cancer. Inland Empire weather. We are sunny for the rest of the week, actually, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and of course Thursday too. Highs today were expected to reach about 71. We didn't quite make that. We got up to about 69. Currently it is 68 in San Bernardino. Overnight lows dropping down to 45. Checking out your drive, you're looking pretty good out there. Just the stop and go on the 210 eastbound between Waterman and Del Rosa Avenue. In Ontario, stop and go on the 15 southbound between the 10 and Jurupa. And then also stop and go on the 215 southbound on the 10 between the 10 and Barton Road as you make your way through Colton. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. This report has been brought to you by Compassion International. Every child deserves enough. That's what you can give to a child in poverty when you sponsor through Compassion International. Find out how at compassion.com/radio.
Give yourself the investment of a lifetime. Enjoy this holiday season in a luxury estate home at Charleston Estates, the only new home neighborhood in prestigious South Redlands and smartly priced from the mid-800,000s. Charleston Estates features gourmet kitchens and California rooms that make holiday entertaining even more memorable. Homes reach 4,463 square feet with up to 5 bedrooms. Ask about our discounted HOA dues and move-in incentives, too. Visit MaliaHomes.com for details. That's MaliaHomes.com.
This is KCAA.
This is the YouTube radio show,
Guess who used to be a fat kid? This guy!
the official radio show that features superstars of YouTube.
Those breasts are amazing.
Take something that you can fix your lips into and just suck on it as hard as you can.
I want to make you goddamn cookies, but I don't want to make them right now.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Now, here's your host, the Poorman. Well, guess what? It's not the Poorman. But you know what's even better? Is that I hear myself delayed. But that's okay. I guess I'll get used to it. My name is Pat Matthews, and I am filling in for the Poorman today because we have the YouTube radio show. And we have to continue the YouTube radio show because this is the greatest idea that anyone has ever had in the history of radio. Now, you thought I was going to say in the history of YouTube, but that history is not very long. Not a lot of historical facts going on with the YouTube. It's been on since about 2005. So I think maybe they're celebrating a decade of YouTube. Okay? So anyway, our guest today is a guy. And you know what? I'm not gay, but I got to say, he's a very good-looking guy. He's a young guy. He lives in California, and his name is Cordero Roman. And Cordero does pranks, and he also does social experiments. And I find social experiments to be very compelling. And that's the reason why he is on the show today. In fact, Cordero has close to 45,000 subscribers as we sit here today. We'll find out how many years he's been in the YouTube business. And by the way, if you check out how many views he's had over 4 million views of his videos. And I believe he's got something like 43 videos. But Cordero had a social experiment that we're going to listen to in just a little bit that I find very interesting. And but first, I'd like to listen to the first video that we have that he's just posted recently. Not the promo that he did for us yesterday, but the one about getting Halloween dates, and it's called Halloween Pickup Lines. Let's take a listen.
Did I scare you? Great. What's up, guys? So I know Halloween is a very fearful time for a lot of single men out there. They see all these women running around in their scantily clad outfits, and they want to strike up a conversation, but they have no idea what to say. Well, fear not. I made this video to ensure that the scariest thing about Halloween is how many chicks you're going to pull. So thanks for watching. Happy Halloween.
Are you excited for Halloween this year?
Wait, who are you?
Huh?
Do I know you? Who are you?
I'm Cordero Roman. Who are you?
Why are you here?
What are you gonna be?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
You could always go as my girlfriend. Costume for... Well, I'll see you later then. I wouldn't want to trick you, but I think it could be a real treat to spend time together.
What? I'm confused.
Do you want me to try one more?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, let's try one more. I don't have a costume yet. I was hoping maybe I could go as your boyfriend.
Oh, I have a boyfriend. Thanks anyways.
See ya.
See ya.
What are you gonna be? Do you know yet?
I have no idea.
Really? You could go as you are and be like the most beautiful girl in the world.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Hi.
Well, hi. All right.
Okay.
I was gonna go as a pirate, but I just found the booty that I was looking for.
Ooh, that was a bad one. Ooh.
You could wear that and be like the most beautiful girl in the world.
Thanks. Is that a joke or something?
What do you mean? No.
I have to go.
You know what rhymes with Halloween?
No.
Swallowing. So.
Oh my gosh. gosh.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, I was actually looking for a co-captain for a nice relationship.
Oh, whoa, that was
Okay, so that was just a taste of Cordero Roman's video that he did about Halloween pickup lines, which he just posted this week, and he's got over 13,000 views on it. And it gives me great pleasure to bring to the YouTube radio show the incredible Cordero Roman. Cordero, how are you today?
Woo! I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Listen, the poor man sends his regrets that he wasn't able to be on the show today, but you've been doing most of your corresponding with me anyway, so I feel like we know each other.
Yes. We are already great friends.
Yes, and how long have you been on YouTube as a contributor of these great videos?
I started out, I guess, a year ago. Started out doing mostly just sexual interviews, which I thought was a good idea for a channel, and then I just realized interviews are really boring, and except on the radio, and then they're compelling as shit.
We got to watch the S word. We can't say.
Oh, right. My bad.
Yeah, this is a different thing with the FCC than on the internet.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, I get excited. I swear.
Okay, well, it's a logical leap.
Yeah,
but I was thinking that you probably were only in the business of this for about a year.
Yeah, I mean, I started taking it seriously, really seriously, in January of this year, just because. I was home. I'm from Wisconsin, so I went home for a month for the holidays, and I didn't really film anything, or I kind of just slacked off, I guess. And then at the beginning of this year, I said, might as well go for it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other opportunity than now.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Guess what? You have fans that are all over America and probably all over the world, and we already have a call. Would you like to talk to that person? They're calling from Texas.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. Let's find out. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Salmer.
Okay.
Wait, what was that? Salmer?
Salmer, yeah. Samer.
Oh, Salmer.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's an awesome name.
Thank you. I like your name as well.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no worries. I was actually watching your videos like today randomly, and I figured out that you put the video that you'll be talking to fans.
Absolutely. Oh, well, we're talking right now. What's up? What do you want to talk about?
I actually just want to say that I'm a fan of channels which are like yours. Like, I'm a big fan of Big Doss TV and Andrew Hales. So then I came across your channel, and I was like, you do similar things, and I actually enjoy these videos a lot.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Well, a lot of people do. A lot of people do prank videos and social experiments, but I think everyone that we've come across has a different slant. And I know that you try to do something just a little bit different, right, Cordero?
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, honestly, Big Doss and Andrew are two, the people I look up to, and I think they're really the dynamic players in the game. No offense to anyone out there who has prank channels that are, I don't like the hood videos. I'm not a fan of making a fool, being negative and being a jerk towards people for a reaction. I mean, I've done it before, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more positive, a little bit more fun, because I've seen too many videos of people just being jerks and saying it's a prank when it's really not. So I hope that you're enjoying the videos for what they are in terms of a more lighthearted, kind of more positive spin on them.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah.
Salmer gone?
I have a question.
Anything else? Salmer, you want to ask me anything?
Yeah, I actually do have a question that I really wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So when you're doing these videos, when you approach, in your videos, you approach a lot of different girls. So my question is, how do you actually approach them? How do you start off this? Could you actually tell me how?
Yeah, for sure. It depends on, I guess, for me, I'm really, really shy, so the YouTube videos were a great way for me to get outside of my comfort zone and really push my boundaries, because I'm, terrified of rejection. And so the YouTube videos, I guess, talking more to women in the videos, I have the safety of saying it's for comedy, so if I get rejected, it's really funny. If they say, I want your number, that's also very funny. But the way I approach it is, there's two different ways I usually use. One of them is just basically saying, hey, I think, like, this is really cool about you. I think, like, I love your hair, love whatever, like, some specific thing that I actually mean, you know, because I think there's something that you can find about everybody that's appealing. There's that, just to, like, start a conversation. Or I just say, hey, where is this? Because I usually go to a college campus that I graduated from, but I say, hey, where is this building? Because then they feel like they have to kind of talk to you and help you out, and then I'll just segue into the video topic from there. But if you ask them something like that, like, where is this? And then you just say, oh, by the way, like, I really like your eyes, or I like your shirt, or whatever. Like, I think it's a good segue because you're not a threat, and you're not like, hey, like, I'm a dude and I want to, like, get with you. It's a little aggressive, and I think a lot of women are already used to that. So, but I don't want to start giving advice towards ladies because I'm the last one you should be asking.
I mean,
but I hope that helps a little bit.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, okay?
You're actually pretty smooth with it, I feel.
Cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Talk to you later, man. Thanks for calling in from Arlington, Texas, the home of the Texas Rangers. Now, let me ask you this, Cordero. You said that you are originally from Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
And when did you move to L.A.?
Oh, I went to school at Loyola Marymount University, which is out here in L.A. I graduated from there like 2.5 years ago. Time flies, kind of depressing. But I graduated from there in 2013 with a degree in screenwriting, and I minored in theater, and I've always kind of done, like, acting stuff just for fun. And then it was always a convenience thing. It was like, if a friend needs me, I'll do it. But then I talked about a YouTube channel for a really long time, for years, really, and then always just too afraid of starting, you know. And then once I actually was filming pranks for a guy who had a big YouTube channel called Simple Misfits, and I was filming for him, and just being in that sphere again, in the hidden camera world, it kind of just, you know, you can't help but not be intrigued by it. And I was thinking, as I was watching more videos, I was like, oh man, a lot of these people are just being jerks, and I don't want to see this. I kind of want to, you know, do something different. Although my biggest video is me being a jerk, which sucks, but man, I made a mistake very early on, and I didn't do a couple of things right, and then I just backfired entirely. So I wake up to notifications on my phone, and I can't obviously say it because we're censored here, but a lot of mean words about me, and I'm like, I wish you just understood who I really was. But maybe that's who I really am. I'm not really sure yet.
Well, I saw you wrestling with strangers, and is that the one you're talking about?
No, the one that has the most views is "Do you think you're attractive?" And
okay.
It was basically me asking people. It's like 50-50. So the first half is like uplifting, motivational about if people said they don't think they were attractive. Yeah. I would try to, you know, say, no, you are, because I think that everyone is in a certain way. You know, you just kind of find it. And then I watched this movie called The Way, Way Back, and it has the first scene is Steve Carell. He's a mean dad, and he tells us, I think it's his stepson or his girlfriend's son, that he asked him to give himself a number on 1 to 10, and the kid gives himself like a 7, and then Steve Carell's like, really? I thought it would be more like a 4. And I thought it was just so mean but so funny. So I thought it would be interesting to see how people react to that as well, to getting a low number as well as a high number.
Yeah.
And it didn't translate because the people who know me knew that it was really funny because it's like so mean, but now you have these people from around the world watching saying like, what gives you the right to give people numbers? And I think
I understand. Hey, listen, can you keep that thought and hold on and come back another segment with me?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's take a break right now. We'll be back with the great Cordero Roman. Again, right here on the YouTube radio show. Next. This may come as a surprise, but Beatlesarama is in its 15th year of keeping the Beatles alive for a new generation. If you spent any time in the 60s, or if you're smart enough to know it was the coolest era for music, you're going to love us. Just go to Beatlesarama.com and the player should start right up. We're also available on TuneIn, iTunes, Windows Media, and more. Once you tune in, you'll be hooked. Plus, you can join our Facebook fan club and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to bookmark it. Beatlesarama.com. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when you're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get a free iPad mini when you sell your car to Ocean Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman. Poorman. Pat Matthews back in for the Poorman here on the YouTube radio show. And we're talking to Cordero Roman, who does social experiments, pranks, and I guess a little bit of self-deprecating humor, awkwardness, right, Cordero?
A whole bunch of self-deprecating humor.
Yeah, a whole bunch of awkwardness, right?
Yeah, I try to make it as awkward as possible for people. When people tell me that they can't watch the full video because it's too awkward, I'm like, I've done it.
Yeah, well, that's a successful thing. Now, like this guy that just called in from Texas, it sounded to me like he was really taking your pickup line suggestions to heart, right?
Yeah, I mean, the things I told them are true, but that video with the Halloween pickup lines is sarcastic. Like, I hope that everyone got that. I mean, I don't know, pickup lines are kind of their own funny thing, and that's why sometimes it doesn't translate on YouTube because people don't get the joke. But definitely, if you watch that video, don't try to use any of those at all.
So let me ask you, is Cordero your first name?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and it's Cordero Stephen Roman.
Correct.
Okay, so that's the reason I'm mentioning this is for people to be able to find your channel. They can either search on Cordero Roman, or they can put the whole URL in there, youtube.com/user/Cordero Stephen Roman, and they'll find you that way too, right?
Yeah, that's too much work. So what I would do is go into YouTube, type CORDER. That it'll pop up. It's the second. I just did it today actually because I have that kind of free time. Type in Cordero and I should come up.
Okay, that's good. And listen, by the way, we have a YouTuber on the line right now, and he kind of does our weather forecasting for us.
Okay.
His name is Frankie McDonald. Now, I'm not going to have him use all of your time, you see, because I'm going to ask you to come back in the next segment as well. But Frankie wants to do a weather forecast for us right now, and I'm going to introduce you to him at the same time. So, Frankie, thanks for calling in. And Cordero Roman, Frankie thinks you're a baseball coach, but I tried to tell him, nope, he's just a YouTube star. Frankie?
Yeah, I'm part-time baseball coach.
Okay, Frankie, are you there?
Yes, hello, how you doing? I'm doing great. As for California, it's supposed to warm up this weekend in Southern California, and including Orange County, Los Angeles, and Anaheim, and all the California and surrounding areas. It's going to be pleasant, and the sunshine's going to be dry. In California, it's going to be warm. I recommend people in Southern California to wear your sunscreen, hats, sunglasses, and to protect yourself from the sun. Drink lots of fluids when you go for a walk. Since it's going to be pretty hot out in California this weekend, it's going to be around 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
What's the temperature in Nova Scotia right now, Frankie?
Right now it's plus 2 degrees Celsius, which is 36 degrees Fahrenheit.
36 degrees. You see, now that's cold.
It's pretty cold out in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now, and it's been snowing in North Dakota and South Dakota. Dallas, Texas, been getting hit with thunder and lightning with a lot of rain. Texas getting whacked and hammered with a lot of rain lately.
Oh my gosh, sounds horrible.
Yeah, so I think you were right. You're dead on as far as the forecast for us out here in California. It's going to be in the high 70s, but it's going to be dry.
Yes.
Right?
I go in the high temperatures in the high 70s. I recommend people to wear your sunscreen, hats, and sunglasses to protect yourself from the sun. When you go for a walk, drink lots of water, limit your outdoor activities such as playing tennis, badminton, walking, running, jogging, and outdoor sports. Head to the beach and go swimming to get cooled off. When you go, don't go too far in the water. Stay near the shore.
All right. Thank you, Frankie. Thanks for calling in, man. We're going to talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Frankie's got a lot of intensity. I like it.
Yeah, he does. And he really gets into his forecast, and I really appreciate it. Thanks,
And
Frank.
my bobbleheads are made now in Bobbleheads Canada, a company up in Richmond Hill, Ontario. It's called Bobbleheads Canada. They're making lots of my bobbleheads. A lot of people like that.
Okay. All right, Frankie,
go.
thanks a lot. And that's
Couldn't
Dogs
get away
and
without one more plug.
yeah, Dogs and Wolves is his
Yes.
his YouTube video site. So go to that, and you'll be able to watch all of Frankie's videos. He's very popular. And you know what? He gives you, don't you think, Cordero, he gives you a lot more information than Dallas Reigns.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was like painting a picture with his words, and I was just imagining the lightning and everyone and the sunscreen and the whole 9 yards. You know, I have no questions about the entire country's weather patterns for the next few days.
And you know what? When you're not wearing one of those Mexican wrestling masks, you're wearing sunglasses out there in Beverly Hills, aren't you?
Absolutely, you got to blend in. You know, you got to fake it till you make it. I have no money, but won't stop me from walking around looking like I'm a baller on a budget.
All right, man. I've got a call for you also on the line. Somebody, one of your fans is calling in. Who's this? Hello.
Oh my God, me?
What's your name?
Oh, Teresa.
Teresa?
Teresa.
Teresa. With a P, Teresa.
Oh, how are you?
What's up?
I'm good. Oh my gosh, I love you so much.
Oh my God, I love you too. Wait, are you talking to me or Pat?
No, I think they're talking to you, Cordero, and I think
Okay,
there's
I just
more
wanna
than
make
one
sure.
person on the line.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
No. What? It's just me.
Oh, it's just you. It sounded like two people. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, I was screaming. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so
Teresa,
what do you,
thank
what do
you
you,
so
want,
much
what do
for
you want to say
calling.
to Cordero?
I have a question for you.
Yeah, I'm all ears.
What's your favorite social experiment that you've done and why?
Ooh, that is a good question. Man, I think that. Let's see here. I'm trying to go back through all of them real quick. I think my favorite one in recent memory was the one about offering people money to insult me or letting them compliment me for free. I think that has the most like social implication because a lot of videos, social experiment is a loose term. There's either that or talking too close to girls because those are both really fun. Like just their social behavior. I like messing with the norms, and they're both really fun because you get to see a wide array of reactions, and also, like especially for the one about insulting or complimenting, that is really cool for me because it gave me that like push and faith that people aren't dirtbags who are only after money. You know, some people are fueled by compassion, which is what the goal of that video was. So, I mean, literally no one insulted me, and I offered people $100, which for me is I would insult anyone. But,
All right.
but yeah.
Well, listen, Teresa, thank you for your call. We're going to have to take a break, and we're going to come back with Cordero Roman again after these messages. But when we come
Teresa,
back,
I love you.
Yeah,
Oh my
there you
God, I
go.
love
And
you
when
so
we
much.
come back, we're going to play that social experiment that you did. What do you value most? Because I think that was pretty telling. So we'll be back
Okay.
with more of the YouTube radio show right after this. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when we're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get 3 free oil changes with the purchase or lease of any new Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on The Poor Man Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's. Or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day. Hello, everybody. It's Pat Matthews sitting in for the Poor Man on the YouTube radio show, and Cordero Roman, a YouTuber, is my guest. Cordero, are you represented by anybody?
I'm represented by Daniel Hoff Agency for commercial work.
Oh, okay. But as
so
far
nothing
as your YouTube channel,
for
do they
YouTube,
represent
but
you
just
for your YouTube
commercial
channel?
acting. No representation.
Oh, okay.
A
Well,
lot
I might
of
be able
people
to hook
have
you
reached
up.
out to me, for like the partnerships and like multi-channel networks, and none of them have been appealing, and I don't know. I want to do my own thing for now.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to, just give me a call. It's not like I'm the agent, but I can, at least I can get you an interview with somebody.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's if anyone else is listening and can get me somewhere, I would be super open.
Yeah. But because he the guy I'm talking about, he specializes in people who are new to YouTube. So that's why I mentioned it. Let's set up your what do you value most, rich versus poor social experiment. I found that one to be very intriguing.
Do you want me to just talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, because we're going to play a little bit of it for you.
Okay. So the idea was like basically, I've had a lot of conversations with people, young people actually, about how important like their phones and their tangible possessions are, and I just thought it was really compelling, and I thought it'd be interesting to go to. I guess it's pretty stereotyping, but went to Beverly Hills and just asked people what do they value most. And didn't really want to specify because the question isn't really so much what do you value most tangibly or intangibly. It's just the idea of what do you value most, Anyone could have said anything. And I just wanted to see what people would say.
All right, let's listen to it and talk about it on the other side.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today I wanted to examine how different wealth classes perceive value. So I'm here at Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, asking people what they value most. Let's find out. What do you value most?
My phone.
I think it's my house. It's my house in Switzerland, yes.
Being able to travel privately and do it in a luxurious way, I guess.
I would say what I value most would probably be my laptop.
I value my car most.
It would be this ring, but I'm not sure what it's worth. But it's like full 14 karat gold.
Why is that?
It's my life. I don't know, like I use it for like everything. Like without it, I can't get anything done really.
What do you value most?
What I value most? Family and friendship. Friendships are good because some days I need help with certain things and certain days he needs help, so we can lean on each other, and us together, it's a good mesh. Just by myself, some days I might not pick myself back up, but with him, sometimes when I lean, there's something to lean on. I'm just not going to fall. So, I mean, it's a good friend to have, and he's not going to disappear. It's like, it's kind of good to have someone to lean on. Materialistic things don't talk back. I mean, they do, but they don't have interaction with feelings and heart. Family does. I mean, that's something that's way more important to me than something I can just look at. Brick wall, that's eventually going to go down. Your family will stand behind you no matter what.
All right. Now, we should have said that the last voice you heard was someone that you met, a homeless guy living under an overpass, right?
Yeah, he was. I'm not really sure exactly like how homeless, but I mean, he said he was just really, really struggling to get by. And I mean, he was just kind of chilling under the overpass there. So we talked to him for a little bit, and it's tough for people to open up, right out the gate, especially if you have a microphone and a camera. It's very intimidating. So part of the challenge is just trying to talk to people as a human being,
right,
and get them to feel that comfortability. But I mean, that video, like, even though I do like it, I have to just say that whole video, like, it could have been spun in so many different ways, and obviously it's constructed to look like that.
Right.
And the whole point is just for people to just think about it for a second. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure if I told those people in the beginning that if they could choose between their phone and their family, I'm sure they'd choose their family. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think most people would, but I just wanted to show and get people to think about it. because a lot of times, you know, what you see on TV is not even close to reality. But as long as it can like shift your perception, I think it's doing its job. So,
Right.
I mean, I like the video, but I'm not going to be like, yeah, because I could have probably asked a bunch of different people and they would have given me different answers. Like any social experiment is probably tailored to fit some kind of, you know, idea of what you want to happen.
How much editing on something like that did you do?
That wasn't too much, but like the guy was talking a lot, so you got to cut out and the certain points that have the most emotion behind it. That was the most kind of like documentarian style video I've done, where you're asking people questions to provoke answers. You know what I mean? And like not like Michael Moore style, but you know what I mean? If you want something from someone, you have to phrase it in such a way where they might yield that answer better. And that video, I like it, but I mean, I like the interview type videos I have. I'm not too fond of anymore, just because people change on camera. You know what I mean? Like when they see the camera there, they might want to appear better or whatever, and they want to have their reputation in check. So I like doing hidden camera stuff a lot more, because you get the authentic reactions and their responses, in which case a lot of people don't want you to use the footage because they might act a certain way that will, you know, contrast with their personality.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, can you stick around one more short segment? Because, and I'll give you a chance to plug your channel again, because I wanted to ask you about the hidden camera versus the, you know, where the people actually see that you're holding a camera, and the differences. You're expressing those now, but I want to know how you do it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's come back in just a moment with Cordero Roman, YouTube star on the YouTube radio show. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when we're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get 3 free oil changes with the purchase or lease of any new Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman. Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on The Poor Man Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's, or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day. Pat Matthews in for the Poor Man on the YouTube radio show, and my guest is Cordero Roman, a YouTube star. And Cordero, basically the question that I have is, who is your cameraman when you actually have a cameraman there that the subject can see?
It's whoever is available that day. I've had a few actually. I'm very grateful for the people who have helped out. I'm going to give those guys shout outs right now. Okay. Shout out number one, first and foremost, Harrison Agnos. He's done most of the filming on the channel. He's never used a camera before, and we both do like our own creative pursuits. He's a musician, and I was just like, hey man, I'm starting to do this channel. So we started doing interviews, which are very easy to film, and then I was like, do you think you can pull this off? And I was trying to train him a little bit, and now he's amazing. Like, we were just filming earlier today, and he just crushes it. So props to him. And then Rob, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. I call him Robbie Roz. Robbie Roz and Cameron Coates, Mike Zwick, and my brother Rico. They've all filmed things for me. So,
all right. Very cool. We got a guy on the phone. His name is Jay from Moreno Valley, and he has a question for you.
Let's do it, Jay.
What's going on, Cordero? What's going on, man?
What's going on, Jay?
Hey, not too much, man. I was listening to the radio, and I heard you asking people what they value the most. I was wondering what you value most.
That's a good question, man. It's tough, man. It's hard when it gets spun back on you. What do I value most, man? I don't know. I definitely value my family the most, probably just because I'm far away from them. I moved out when I was 18, and I see them about once or twice a year. And there's a lot of people that come and go in your life that make an impact. I don't think anyone makes a big enough impact on your life as much as your family does, or at least my family. So, I mean, my whole family's close, like extended family, got like a bunch of cousins. Shout out to everybody, all the cousins, everybody. The whole family's really close, and I love going back to Wisconsin and being with them, because out here in LA, it's such a fragmented society where people are only out for their own benefit, and a lot of people are superficial. But going back to Wisconsin and being with them, it's like, I wish that the LA opportunities were in Wisconsin, because then I would never leave. But yeah, I mean, I love them dearly, even though I don't really show it as much as I probably should. But trust me, guys, family, if you're listening, I love you.
Great answer, and I hope they're listening online.
Yeah, hopefully my mom is. If she's not, I'll be mad.
Well, you got another question, Jay?
No, that's it. I also seen the video of when you were asking people if they believe in God. I thought that was pretty cool, too. You must have got a lot of different answers with that one.
Yeah, no, I really liked that one, too. It was really interesting, especially because that was on a Jesuit campus, so I assumed everyone would say they believe in God, but we got a good array of answers. So just trying to, make people think about things.
Well, listen, the people on the Loyola Marymount campus who said they didn't believe in God, did you turn them in?
I hope you get a lot of happiness out of doing what you do, man. It's good. You don't find too many good people out there on YouTube doing some good things for people, making them think and helping them to understand, the real things that are going on in life, man. Some people are out there just to prank, like you said, just to do, foolish things, and you're trying not to do that, man. Good for you, man. Good stuff.
All right,
appreciate it, Jay, man. You're an awesome person. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, man. You take care.
Thanks for the
Take
call.
care, man.
So what do you want to do with the rest of your life? Now, the first question should be, are you making a living doing this on YouTube?
No, I'm not. Should I lie and say I'm making millions of dollars? No. I'm making enough money so I can, get, a couple more bags of Doritos than I normally get. But other than that, the goal is to essentially be able to live off of it. I'm not there yet, but I will be soon.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully sooner rather than later. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole acting and modeling stuff, it's fun, but it has no emotional reward. It's very, self-absorbed, and I never really feel good. It's nice to get paid, but it's like, what am I doing for the world? You know what I mean? My mom always asked me, what I was doing to give back, and I thought that this channel would be a good way to give back because, I'm not going to be a doctor or, someone, a teacher or someone like that who lives for others like my mother does. She works for a home with women with disabilities, and I always admired that. And I was like, what can I do? Well, I like to make people laugh, and I know that, there's been a few people that have reached out to me since I started this channel saying, I've been depressed, and I'm really sad, I'm going through a hard time, but your videos have made me feel better. And, once I got a few of those, I was like, man, I feel like I've already succeeded in what I wanted to do, which is kind of, change people's lives in a positive way. And without sounding too cheesy or, dramatic, I don't know, it felt good knowing that I was making a difference in some people's lives.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We have a call from a girl in Wisconsin, but we have to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to take that call. Can you stick around for that, Cordero?
Oh, I'm going to stay around for hours.
All right, man. We'll come right back and talk to, I think, Debbie from Wisconsin.
Oh, great.
Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net. This may come as a surprise, but Beatles-orama is in its 15th year of keeping the Beatles alive for a new generation. If you spent any time in the 60s, or if you're smart enough to know it was the coolest era for music, you're going to love us. Just go to BeatlesOrama.com and the player should start right up. We're also available on TuneIn, iTunes, Windows Media, and more. Once you tune in, you'll be hooked. Plus, you can join our Facebook fan club and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to bookmark it. BeatlesOrama.com. You know, the ocean isn't that far from the IE. Not when you're talking about Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. It is well worth the drive. Great buys on all Honda models from the Fit to the Pilot. You'll get the best deals on wheels from Ocean Honda. And just to sweeten the deal, mention the Poorman and get a free iPad mini when you sell your car to Ocean Honda. Make the drive down the 5 to Ocean Honda off the Camino Capistrano exit. We'll see you at Ocean Honda. And don't forget to mention the Poorman. All right, we're starting our last segment here, and this is Pat Matthews on the YouTube radio show for The Poor Man. He'll be back tomorrow, and we'll have a very special guest tomorrow, a lady who specializes in LinkedIn, and she has like 30,000 people that she's linked to, and every time she sends out any kind of post, it's seen by 30 million people. Wouldn't that be great, Cordero?
That would be fantastic. If 30 people watch my videos, I'd be happy.
Well, I think Debbie's seen a few of them, and she's on the phone.
Oh, my God. How could you let her get through this phone call line?
Who is that?
Of course, I'm Cordero's #1 fan in the whole world.
Is that your mother?
Yes.
You bet.
Ah, well, you see, he said that you better be listening or he'd be very angry.
Yes, no, I had to rush home from work because we're 2 hours different. Get on there, find your station, and I'm sitting here watching. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. Do you have anything to ask me?
Anything to ask you? Not on the radio.
Okay.
Well, you know,
No,
you guys can
I
exchange
just wanna
pleasantries
really-
right now.
I just want to say one thing, and that is that no matter what Cordero does in life, rich, poor, whatever, I'm proud of him, and he knows it. I'm his biggest fan. I support him in whatever he does. So
Well,
I just love him.
Well, I tell you what, Mrs. Roman, I think you raised a very intelligent, caring boy, and I think he's going to do well.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
this is
thanks
so
for letting
sweet.
me-
This is like
thanks for
Dr.
letting him
Phil
on your
now.
radio.
Yeah, they call me Dr.
Thanks,
Pat.
Deb. I love you. I'll see you soon.
I love
Okay,
you too.
thanks,
Can't wait to
Debbie.
See you on Christmas. Okay, bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
All right, I'll see you soon. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, they call me Dr. Pat over at the local pharmacy. So, but anyway,
All right, there you go.
Cordero, give us the YouTube channel before you go.
Yeah, the YouTube channel is youtube.com/Cordero Stephen Roman. CorderoStevenRoman. That's too long. Just search Cordero on YouTube. Cordero. It'll pop up. You'll see my stupid face doing the Home Alone pose, and then you'll see a lot of videos that will be very enticing to watch.
All right, man. Thank you for your time today because it's
Hey,
been
thanks
fun.
so much for having me. This is awesome.
All right, listen, stay in touch, okay?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be, when I reach, the next milestone, we're going to talk some more, and it's going to be amazing. The phone lines are going to be through the roof.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot. You have
All
a
right,
great
take
night.
care, Pat.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Cordero Roman of YouTube, and now we turn our attention to the man, the myth, the legend, quoting a line from The Poor Man, Michael Brown, attorney at law. Hello, Michael.
Well, hello there, Pat. How are you?
Hey, man, I didn't want to short you today, but this guy got phone calls. It was incredible. Now, I know one of them was from his mother, but she was calling from Wisconsin.
I listened, and he's a very humble and inspiring young man.
No, I got the same impression, man. You know.
I now have hope for the next generation.
Yeah, finally. MWB-law.net is the website, and the phone number is 949-636-8128, correct?
That's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so now we're going to hit your intro. Here it goes. And now it's time for Laws of the Absurd, the craziest laws in the USA. Here's attorney Michael Brown and the Poor Man. Half right. Michael Brown is here. Michael?
And in absentia is the poor man, or in locum parens.
That's right. Yeah. He's he's being a star today. Well, he'll talk about it tomorrow. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yes.
Listen, I wanted to take a little bit of a different tack today on my stories. We've talked a lot about absurd laws and how can the government or police basically impose these laws in such absurd fashions. But one of the things I think is really interesting is we're all capable of doing absurd things and coming to absurd conclusions and absurd applications. So these three stories really deal more so with how we as a society sort of create our own absurd laws.
Okay.
The first one is I call attention shoppers, money in aisle 4. Everyone expects a store to be safe to walk around in and shop. In fact, legally, stores have a responsibility to take appropriate steps to ensure that its guests, customers are safe. And this includes store safety situations like wiping up water off the floor, as well as situations from the outside. If some people come in, start throwing things, they're responsible to have those people removed. Well, in Austin, Texas, a woman was injured when she broke her ankle by tripping over a toddler running around the store who was not being properly supervised.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, the case went to the jury, and she was awarded $80,000. The store owners were understandably surprised since the toddler who was running around was her own child.
Mm-hmm.
And you got,
oops.
Yeah, you got to wonder, what were those 12 people in the jury box thinking, giving a mother $80,000 for tripping over her own child and not supervising her own child? Very
That sounds
absurd.
like a setup, Michael.
It almost does. But without a jury, 12 people to agree, she couldn't have got away with it. So,
All right. Well,
again,
that's absurd. Can you top that?
I think so. Most
right.
people know that when you're driving your car, you need to be careful not to hit someone or someone else's car. So it's no surprise when a man in Los Angeles, California, sued his neighbor for running over his hand. And he actually won $74,000 plus medical expenses.
Wait,
However,
he rolled
the
over his
reason-
hand?
Yeah, running over his hand.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so $74,000 is a lot of money, plus his medical expenses. However, the reason this happened was because the man was trying to steal the neighbor's hubcaps and didn't notice the driver was in the car. So he's basically crouched down on the other side of the car, trying to steal hubcaps, and the driver backs up, not knowing the man is there, runs over his hand, and now has to pay out $74,000.
Jeez.
Again,
I was going to say, that's not only absurd, it's stupid.
it's stupid. But again, we had 12 people sitting in a jury who listened to the law and came up with that, what I would consider to be an absurd verdict. But
I agree.
yeah, this is the classic, though. This one, there are those that are destined for urban myth, and this is the one.
All right.
And I call this one Driving My Life Away, Looking for a Better Day, as the song says. Automotive liability is very common. If you design a car wrong or you manufacture it wrong, the car manufacturer is liable. And this also includes situations where you fail to warn a driver of a dangerous condition. Most of us have seen those warnings regarding airbags on your sun visor or on the side of a door or something of that nature. Well, a woman in Oklahoma purchased a Winnebago motorhome, and while driving on the freeway, she set the cruise control at 70 miles per hour and then got up out of the driver's seat and went back to the Winnebago to make herself a sandwich. Now, not surprisingly, the motorhome left the freeway, crashed, and turned over. The woman sued Winnebago for not putting in the owner's manual that she couldn't actually leave the driver's seat while the cruise control was on.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. Now this went to 12 people. a jury of your peers, and they awarded her $1.7 million plus a brand new motorhome.
Wow. Now, the second story with the guy that had his hand ran over, he got $74,000. What happened to his hand? Was he able to repair that?
Well, he did get it fully functioning back. However, he couldn't use it for, I think it was 6 months.
Yeah. He probably went around holding the $74K in one hand and saying, well, at least I have another one.
Exactly. Well, he couldn't probably do his chosen profession of stealing hubcaps.
You think he learned his lesson? That's what I want to know.
Doubtful. I think the lesson he learned is if I ever get caught again, is to feign an injury and sue.
So, Michael, how's business?
Business is doing well. I'm just so excited about so many people really getting the confidence in this economy to go out and start their own businesses. A lot more deals are happening. I'm reviewing a lot more contracts. A few more in the entertainment. I've been doing a couple of radio and TV show contracts, so that's exciting to learn that industry even more. So, yes, things are going well, and I just did a show earlier this week with on Linda Gross. She does the Men's Advocate show, which I think you're aware of, on Wednesdays. And we did a whole segment on starting your own business. And it was really exciting to do a lot of good questions. It seems like a lot of people are really looking to do their own thing, just to, number one, be happy, and number two, take a little bit more control of their own future.
Well, I tell you what, if we ever take this YouTube radio show on the road, you're going to negotiate the contract.
I'd love to do that. Love to do that.
Okay, so the website is mwb-law.net. See, I committed that to memory. All right.
I'm impressed.
All right. And the phone number I have to look at, it's 949-636-8128. So if you have any kind of questions about business law, Michael Brown is the guy. And that's who you have to call, or go to the website, check it out first, see what kind of clientele he has, whatever it is you need to do. But be sure to call 949-636-8128, a proud sponsor of the YouTube radio show with the Poorman, who will be back tomorrow, by the way, with his guest, Melanie Dodaro. She specializes in LinkedIn, and I'm sure that's something that you use as well, Michael. So,
absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, she's going to be great. And I want to thank everybody I want to thank Cordero Roman for being on the show today. Thank the Poorman for allowing me to play talk show host. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of BuySellMakeOffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale.
I'm Tanya Hansen. CNBC Radio stocks slipped, weighted down by energy and healthcare sectors. Losses were limited by Facebook's strong quarterly result. The Dow lost 4 points. The Nasdaq was down 14. ExxonMobil is under investigation by the New York Attorney General's office over allegedly misleading the public about the risks of climate change. The focus includes whether the company lied to investors about how those risks might hurt the oil business. The company said it had received a subpoena. ExxonMobil says it